You can do that. But this is really for so much more, whether it's safety or whether you're doing a really scenic drive and you want to get some great 1080p video, the Dashcam becomes your best friend.
And it's a video camera mounting right to the windshield of your car. It's going to capture absolutely everything in front of your car, David. Plus, it's from Polaroid, a name we know and trust for over 75 years. And we're getting high definition 1080p video, not that grainy kind of low grade video you see on a lot of the dashboard cameras out there.
Absolutely. And you know, so many times you see this kind of dashboard camera when you see stories about police officers who stop someone and they're using a dash cam to be able to record those kinds of things. Imagine if you're able to do that also, but there's some really cool features here that will help protect your car and allow you to see what's going on around your car even when you're not in it. How does that work? We'll tell you all about it in a moment. But let me tell you also, this is brand new. It's 3 easy payments on your credit card of only $19.99. We get the camera and the windshield mount.
Yes.
What else is included?
You're also going to get your power cable, and this is over 13 feet of cable, so it's going to be able to fit in almost every single car out there. This plugs into that old cigarette lighter that you have inside of your car. You have the camera, you have the windshield mount, and then we're also going to include a micro SD card of 16 gigabytes. So you're going to get hours and hours of 1080p video. You take the micro SD card, it mounts inside of the camera, and then you can take it out, put it into your computer, and look at all the great video that you shot. You can post it on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you want to see it.
Let's take a look at some videotape. This will show you really what it can do and what it's capable of, and then we'll go through some of the really cool features as well.
Sure, and the great thing about it, David, you really don't have to do anything. You mount it to your dashboard, you connect the power, put the SD card in, and as soon as you start your car, you start recording video like this. It's totally hands-free. It turns itself on automatically, turns itself off automatically when you stop.
It senses movement, correct?
It senses the movement, and when you power up the car,
it'll even shoot at night?
Shoots at night, and it's 1080p. Awesome. So look at how clear everything is. What's great about this is how many times have you heard about that bumper-to-bumper accident in a parking lot? Did somebody back up? Did somebody run through the red light? Now you'll actually have high-definition video of everything that happens in your car, so there are no questions if something does happen.
This is amazing. And if you're worried about, well, what happens, you know, after it shoots a bunch of video I don't need, and then the next time I get in the car I really wanted to shoot video, what if the SD card is full? Here's the best part. It records over. It's on a continuous loop. So it will record, and then when it reaches its maximum, it starts recording over on itself again.
It does.
So if it's a bunch of extraneous things you don't need, but the day you do need it, it shoots fresh video, and it's always saved the day it shoots. So that's what's so great about this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the car behind us here and show everybody how to work with this.
Well, I borrowed Dad's car for the day, so we don't want to scratch this up on Father's Day.
It's very fancy, this convertible. All right.
Do me a favor, stand right in front of the car.
Yes,
I promise
sir.
I promise I won't run you over.
Well, I'm going to jump out of the way if you do.
The nice thing is, the mount on the windshield is very simple. So it's a suction cup mount. You just pop it onto your windshield and then flip it over, and it suction cups connects. And the nice thing is, as soon as you start your car, David, the video camera is going to turn on and start recording instantaneously. There's no high-tech gadgetry that you have to figure out.
There's me.
And there you can see right there. There's David right in front of the car. We're recording the video. You also have the capability to record audio if you'd like to. And with the mode button here on the right, I can record video or I can take snapshots as well. So how do you want to record the things in front of you? You have the option, plus everything is time and date stamped as well.
Let's talk about this, Craig. And you were telling me before the show that this has a motion detection feature on it.
Yes.
That even if you're not in the car and it's not plugged in, there's an internal battery.
Yes.
So let's say you're parked in a parking garage. Someone comes along and vandalizes the front of your car or runs into your car. If it senses movement, the camera automatically turns on and records for how long?
It will record up to 3 minutes.
So picture this. Your car's in a parking garage and I'm a bad guy, right? I sneak up and I decide, oh, I see this pretty car. I'm going to key the roof or the hood. And I go across it like this. As soon as I touch the car and create movement, camera turns on and it's recording me as I vandalize the car. Now, hopefully that never happens to you, but if something happens or someone approaches your vehicle that should not be there, you now have video proof.
It actually has 2 ways of doing that for you. The first G-sensor option, David, if you're driving the car, you have the camera turned off. If you get into a car accident, it will automatically record up to 3 minutes of video.
Okay, your mic is dropping out. Let's have you step out of the car just to make sure your mic didn't accidentally get switched off.
Oh.
Well, I think it's back now. You might have been.
Am I back on?
Are you back on? Is he good, guys?
Okay.
There we go.
The two great features, if you were to get into a car accident, it will record the video for you and save that video. So even when it does the loop recording, it will not record over that section. And that parking assist you talked about too. Anytime your car gets banged into, the sensors will sense the motion, and what it does, it actually records video. So I've actually noticed this. I had it on my car at night, and I had an animal come by. And whatever it was, something came by and banged into my car in the middle of the night. The next morning I came out, I had a section of video that was saved. So something had touched my car in the middle of the night.
If
and I had
I pull into a parking spot, nose in first,
yes,
can I turn the camera around so it shoots the back of the car?
That's the great thing about the swivel mount. You can turn it around and point it in any direction that you want to point it, and it's very easy to negotiate, move it around, and you also get to frame up your shot too. So we're talking about the safety features, but also during the summertime, we're always taking those beautiful drives along the coast. Maybe you're driving through the mountains, you want to be able to relive that beautiful drive. You're capturing it, you can see what you're recording on the screen, and the fact that you're capturing it in 1080p high definition video, the picture is going to look crystal clear. In fact, if you went to my Facebook page right now, Craig Smith for QVC, you can see some of the video I shot in the last couple of weeks with this camera, and I posted on a YouTube link so you can see how crystal clear that video really is.
Over 200 of these are already gone. A lot of people are buying multiples of these, and that makes perfect sense because you want one on every car in your family. Now, if you come home after shooting some video with this, and you want to be able to retrieve that video, Craig, you can take that little micro SD card and insert it in your computer if you have an SD card adapter. Is that right?
Yes. So everything's going to be on the micro SD card.
Yeah, and you plug it into your computer, you download the video. So let's say you need it for future reference. You might be using this for recreation as well. Maybe you're taking a drive up the Blue Ridge Parkway through Virginia and North Carolina.
Oh, it's a
some of the
beautiful
most
area.
picturesque area of the mountains in the country, and you want to be able to aim this toward the skyline of all the mountains and the trees, or in the fall when the leaves change. You can get that great video, and the car, as the car drives, you're recording all that scenic shot. So it's for scenic purposes, it's for safety purposes, it's also to know if someone's around your car that shouldn't be. We live in an age where everything is caught on video now.
It is.
Why not join that age and protect yourself and your family?
It's great for new drivers as well. I know a lot of parents out there that have that son or daughter, they're 16, 17, they're just getting their driver's license. It's a great teaching tool because when they get home, you can take that micro SD card out and you'll see in 1080p. Was Junior racing through that red light?
Was he tailgating?
Were they tailgating? Whatever they were doing. And the fact that you can customize this, so you can record in 1, 2, 3-minute loops, or you can just have a constant recording. You can do all those customizations if you'd like to, but the great thing is you don't have to, David. This is plug in, point it in the right direction, and as soon as you turn your car on, high definition being recorded automatically.
Now, 400 are gone. A lot of you are maybe wondering, well, it comes with a 16 gig SD micro SD card. Yeah. Can I get bigger ones? You can use up to a 32 gig card in this, can't you?
Yes, any card size up to 32 gigabytes gives you the capacity to store hours and hours of video. And because it loop recording, you don't have to take a card out and put a new card in. Once that card is full, it'll constantly record over itself. So if you want to save something, you can. If not, it'll just get re-recorded.
I would tell you also, if you're ever in the car and someone does something on the road in front of you illegally, maybe they cut you off in traffic, they clip your front bumper and race away. If this is recording, you've got their car, you might have an image of them, you've got their license tag. Imagine all of the information that you've now got at your fingertips, where before, how many times did you say, my goodness, it happened so fast, I couldn't make out the license tag, or I couldn't make out the kind of car that it was that hit me, or that cut me off in traffic, or did something, or was driving recklessly. You know, you call the police and say, there's a car on the freeway that's driving recklessly. Well, ma'am, what does it look like?
It's a silver sedan.
It's silver,
yeah.
I think, might be white. You pull over, you rewind your video, and you call them back and say, it's a red sports car, it's convertible, it's license tag 123456, and they can do something with that information. They can only do so much with what you think you recall. This is going to make sure you know what you saw.
And one key feature as well, you can watch the video and look at the photographs right on the screen here. You don't have to take the SD card out if you don't want to, but if you do want to download it onto Facebook or something like that, pop it into your computer, you got all that video in high def from Polaroid.
And I love that it turns on when it senses motion, even when you're not in the car. Even if the car's not turned on, that's when its battery kicks in. That's why you want to leave it plugged into your cigarette lighter all the time. So it's pulling from that power when you're using it when you're driving, but when you're not, it uses its own battery power, and it'll record those things when you're not around. That's awesome. All right, sir. Always good to have you back.
Enjoy the rest of your
Nice
Saturday,
to see
David.
you. You too, pal. All right, we're going to check back in with our Kirsten, who is standing by in another part of our studio. Big show today, miss.
Huge.